Happy New Year and welcome back to Ashes and Influence, where real conversations meet real smoke. Tonight's episode is about something that can build a relationship or burn it to the filter: communication. Not just what's said, but how it's said, tone, respect, emotional safety. Because for lots of men, that's the way they're spoken to determines whether they lean in or shut down. This isn't about calling anyone out, it's about calling things in. So light your stick, settle in, and let's talk about how words shape connection. I think that we should get together and create a dance off that joint. Like,
Okay, because we dance every time we hear it.
I think that we should. Happy New
Mind
Year,
it.
ladies. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How y'all been? It's been a couple weeks. We've been gone.
Yes, I vacationed for Christmas. So I hit up St. Thomas, St. Martin, and the Bahamas, and of course, home sweet home, the 305, home of the Miami Hurricanes. Throw up the U. It's all about the U.
Somebody on this panel gonna hate that I just threw up that you. But y'all don't know the support that I get here for my Eagles. So y'all just go ahead and live with that. It'll be fine.
Yes, yes, you will live and not die.
You will have to. So, crazy talk. I'm speaking to Symphony this morning on the telephone, and we're having a conversation that kind of leads into the conversation that we're having today. And two different women having a conversation with two different men. Their synopsis, both, they didn't word it the same, but collectively, the same thought was that they don't know a woman who has not been violated in some way, and that somehow that violation shapes how they are in relationship
Right.
with the men in their lives. That conversation led to something that I saw on social media. It was a post calling misandrist, I think I'm saying that word right, the plural of misandry, to the post. Like they wanted everybody to show up, check in, and tens of thousands of ladies came to this post to speak on how they hate men. So y'all know my take. You can't hate something that you didn't once love. How how did we get here?
I have no idea. I think it's a social media thing. I think it's a social media thing, that influence. Yeah. It's the influence that other women have on other women. And we know how women can be when they become a pack, you
Mm,
know, like hyenas, like
yes.
seek and destroy, because just to try to protect themselves. And in order to protect yourself, don't mean you have to attack other people. You can just put up your own boundaries, fence line yourself, build your wall, do whatever you need to do to protect yourself. But it don't mean that you got to come outside those walls and attack everybody around you, men in particular, you know, because I love my men. I'm
Black
a lover of men. I've said it over and over. I got 9 uncles and countless brothers.
we're gonna get the bottom of that number
And a
today.
daddy that I adored. He wasn't, a lot to a lot of people, but he was everything to me, you know. And I love that man. I love that man. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And a lot of times he was wrong. But it didn't take away the love I had for him. Right.
I would love to see the term just fade away. Like try love. Like everything is better
Right.
if it's if love is at the forefront of it. Like,
Yeah.
are there difficulties? Are there challenges
Yeah.
in relationship on both sides, men
Yeah.
and, but it was insane. Like they used the word hate, F them, and I love my rose, whatever, whatever. What
Yeah. No.
are we smoking today, ladies? We smoking?
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. I am smoking my infamous Tatiana Groovy Blue with the sweet notes.
Every
I
week,
love it.
same please. She go have it. What
I
about
We
love
don't have that groovy blue.
it.
I ventured out today and I went to the Oliva B series.
yes,
This is
ma'am?
the 135th anniversary.
Hmm.
Um, it has the rounded cap and the tapered foot. It's so far so good. It's giving rich espresso, nutty, sweetie, spicy, chocolatey. Cocoa
Ooh.
over here. Let's give it a little cocoa. But yeah, I like the flavor profile so far. So far, so good.
So 2026, I'm still on what I've been on. It's gonna be a new cigar every time I walk into this lounge. This one, the one that I'm smoking today, is the Southern Draw Rose of Sharon, and I can show you guys quickly how it drew me in. Why wouldn't I grab the pink cigar?
Wait, let me put my glasses on.
Go ahead,
Put it
let
up
me
there.
get it up there again for you.
Got
Why
you.
wouldn't I grab the pink cigar? But it's a Connecticut wrapper, very creamy cigar, subtle sweetness. It definitely has some pepper and some tree. I taste tree. I ain't gonna tell you whether it's oak, cedar, or elm, but I definitely taste some tree here. I think that we have gotten together as a collective and come up with an all-star group of gents to join us for this show because their voice matters.
Yes,
I'm,
yes.
I'm gonna bring them all up one by one. I'm just bringing them up, no particular order. Y'all just get up here. Hey, fella,
Hi.
How y'all
Hey,
doing?
ladies, how are you?
how's
Hey,
everything?
y'all.
So I asked my homie boss to join us. And like you heard before the show started, I've never invited him to anything that he didn't show his face, and I really appreciate him for it. So I said, do me a favor. I said, do me a favor and give me a bio. Like 0.3 seconds, I had the bio back. I'm like, you already had this in the tuck. He say, stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready.
There you
That's
go.
right. My
I'm a
God.
I'm gonna read it real fast though because it reads almost comically, but he is such a serious human. So this was a good read for me. So it says Boss is the clinical director for Riverview Wellness Village. He's a guest speaker, community activist, former psychological operations specialist in the US Army, and would-be author. Has found a second home on social media and enjoys the constant banter between him and his friends. He has climbed out of the gutter and has found a modicum of success. Layered with a master's degree in nonprofit management from Eastern University, he has sought to give back to the community, enjoys traveling to places not frequented by most, meeting people that haven't been met by many, and he's never had a bad day in his life. And he swears his origins are from Wakanda. Wakanda forever, boss. What's good?
My God.
What's happening?
Nothing. Are you smoking today?
I am.
Oh,
I'm smoking a cigar that I bought while I was in Cuba.
so we got a Cuban. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Tasting good so far?
It is.
Nice, nice.
At some point, we're gonna have to circle back to you throwing up the U, but that's for later.
Later. Thank you. Thank you for stalling me out. Thank you for stalling me out. Listen, boss, the ladies down here wear green and white.
Go
That is
bird.
go
Go
is go
bird.
bird. They know
Birds.
the
Go
song.
birds.
They know the song. So I'm a get them that you. They got it from me every day. WL, my main
What's
man, 50
good?
grand. How you?
I'm chilling. How you?
Good. WL is our resident chef. He's also a really, really good friend. I've known him for years, but he is also our resident chef when I'm home. I tell y'all when we come go to Philly, whenever we get there, don't start that don't start it, Symphony. Whenever we get there and there is a brunch, it will be that brunch will be communed by Chef WL. You smoking today, Chef?
I definitely am. So what I have is a an LFD Capitulo 2.
Hmm.
I
This
could
is
say
probably
what
one
else
of
you
my
do.
favorite cigars ever. It is the leaf is like very dark, a very dark Maduro, like a pretty brown. Not only
Mm.
is it visually pleasing, but the smoke is probably one of the best. Chocolatey, woody, peppery. Even the first third is enjoyable, which a lot of cigars are not. That first third, you have to get past it, but this is good. I struggle to throw this. I let it go until my fingertips burn. So
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all. And my guy Urban, look at us both wearing shirts right now. Look at us both. We're doing it. We're doing
Thank you.
it. Don't do us. How you be Urban Tactical?
I could be Richard, but I'm still that nigga.
And that's just the way you're supposed to look at it. That's just the way. What you smoking on today? I seen some in the air.
I got something by the upstairs. This is called the original Rude Boy.
Absolutely.
Very
Eh,
aromatic, and it was I didn't buy it. It was sent to me by my sister.
Oh, because she is a good sister. His sister is Symphony, y'all. That's how we
Hey,
got.
y'all. Hey, babe.
I think we should get right into it. I hope we don't keep y'all too long, but we'll keep y'all into the conversation. Makes sense for everybody here. Does that work for
Oh,
y'all?
so we gonna be here all night.
Don't do us. Don't do us.
Shots
Don't
fired.
do us. You see it
Shots
already.
fired.
Already.
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 Straight out the holster.
So, WL, what instantly puts you on defense when you're talking to your woman, a woman? What instantly puts you on the defense?
I would say tone. Um,
Yes.
a lot of people don't realize that, and my woman has told me this plenty of times. It's not what you say; it's how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
But if her tone is off, I start the shutdown process. Like, you know how there's the launch process, there's a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. That countdown starts once your tone to me is not welcoming.
I can get it. What about you, Urban?
Tone don't really bother me as much as the attitude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like where it's coming from. Because if I mean, sometimes there's a reason for the tone, and we can work through that. But the attitude is everything to me.
Boss?
I'm a street guy, right? So it's the tone. And sometimes you had that split second reaction that you would have to somebody in the street,
Mm-hmm.
and especially if the woman knows your background. Now, I I'm totally against. I don't even like yelling at my woman or whatever, because that ain't for us. But you start talking crazy to me, I shut down. I shut down
Absolutely.
because I'm a Virgo, and I know I'll say some shit that I won't be able to come back from.
Oh, oh.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Right.
Knowing yourself and emotionally regulating, those are all things that make men men. So, pleasure to hear that. Pleasure to hear that.
Yeah. Right. I can definitely get down with somebody, questioning the tone you say something in, the attitude behind that tone, you know, because you may say something or have an attitude and it wasn't something that was necessary. If you would have just said that to me, and a lot of times with women that comes out of emotional frustration, you're frustrated with either not knowing how to say what needs to be said, not feeling like you can say what needs to be said, but all of that comes, through communication. It's
So,
it's learned, it's a learned behavior.
I'm gonna challenge you on that because in the show today, where we have centered men for this show, men, their emotions, and how um, tone and attitude reflects, women not knowing how, to me, sounds like an excuse, because it's the same thing that we would say to them, like, I don't care about your excuses, and I don't care how you talk to everybody else. You got to talk to me a certain kind of way. So when we say that women don't know how, that sounds like an excuse to me. And I'm not calling you out, friend, but
No, 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 no. And I don't feel that way because I still feel, believe in what I said, that it's really not an excuse if you don't know what you don't know. If this is the type of environment she was brought up in, and this is how she's accustomed to getting her point across or speaking to someone, then that's just what she knows. And she may be like that with everybody. So he has to tell her, baby, slow down, hold up. And that happened to me. You don't talk to me like that. Right. Understand that this is who I am. This is how you gonna deal with me, or you not gonna deal with me at all. Yep. So sometimes he might have to explain what's not already understood. Right. And that happens in the beginning. I'm not talking about you done been with this woman for years and years and you still trying to tell her how to talk to you. Right. But in the beginning of the relationship, this might be something new to her. And she's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. That's just, and it's something that you learn.
Right. Because it
I know
definitely happened to me in my first marriage. Well, no, my second marriage. Before we got married, I was a prison guard for 15 years, and I talked at people all the time. And my family made excuses for me. So I wasn't corrected in my family. However, getting to know him, dating him, he told me, he said, Misha, you can't talk to people the way that you're talking to people because you're talking at people. And I understand that that's what you're used to, but you can't talk to me like that. And it gave me an epiphany like, oh my God, I do, because I am in charge of my children. Uh, I talked at them, and I had to change the way I talked to them as well because of the fact that I was talking at them and at family members. And, granted, with friends and things like that, it was a different environment. So it wasn't me talking at them for as that goes. But yeah, it was an eye opener for me.
And coming from that environment where your dad was a CW5 in the Army.
Right.
So he talked that way too.
Yeah, he talked at us.
So it was a learned behavior.
Yeah. So it was hard.
That's where I say, even when we don't know what we don't know, like the injury was not your fault, but the healing is absolutely your responsibility.
Yeah.
And if you want to be in a relationship with people, excuse
Yeah.
me, if you want to be in a relationship with people, like, communication is 75% of verbal and nonverbal, 75% of any relationship. So how long does, boss, this one's for you, how long does it take for you to emotionally reset after an argument?
I wish you'd gave that to somebody else.
You still mad? Are you still mad right now?
I'm a
Boss may
Virgo.
not even have a reset button.
I'm a Virgo. It can last forever, depending upon who it is. And that's one of the things that I realized as a man and as a clinical director. I need therapy in some areas, and as Black men, we need to get on board with accepting that there's some things that we need help getting by. Growing up in the Black community, that was something that was shunned, talking about, expressing your feelings to a stranger. But sometimes you need that assistance getting by some things. I can hold a grudge forever.
Is that more harmful though?
It is, absolutely. Um, and I realized it after, getting into this field. Like, you know what, that in some areas you need that. There's some people that you need not speak to again because they're just not going to grow. But then if me and you are in a relationship, I need to get better with getting by some things. Now, I'm not going to say I'm the best individual in a relationship, but I know when I'm fucking up. I think we all had a little voice in our head that says, that was some dumb shit. That was some dumb shit. But then, sometimes the Virgo in me be like, oh, well, and it's something I got to work on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me add one other thing to it.
Sure.
Because in my mind, there ain't nothing better than a black woman. Period.
Point. I swear for God.
Say it again, Bob.
Nothing better than a black woman. And let me add something to that, right? Because what I also understand is, as a people, we're traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm talking to somebody at the facility that I'm at, and I'm talking about, you got mental health issues, you can't tell me no. You black, you live in Philly, you got some issues.
Absolutely.
Somewhere, a lot of people say, oh, you're a great father. But you know what I tell them too? I became a great father because my parents showed me everything I didn't want to be in a parent.
That's right.
In spite of, not because of.
So like you said earlier, it's on me to make the corrections to my behavior.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. That's what I had to do.
Urban, have you ever found yourself in a situation, maybe you and your lady going back and forth about something and you just apologize to stop the argument? That's the first question. And then the second question is, why do you do it?
I don't apologize if I'm not sorry. I don't.
Good for you.
But I also don't go back and forth either.
He ain't going back and forth with these niggas. I ain't mad at it.
So I believe in communication. We can talk about it. If it becomes an argument, we need to take a break and we'll revisit it.
Right.
Whether it take a couple of minutes, but I mean, I'm great. Let's discuss it. It don't need to be an argument. What are we arguing for? We want to be happy. We want peace. There's no peace in the argument.
I've told somebody just the other day, you want to be happy or you want to be right? Because you don't get to be both.
Exactly.
You don't get to be both. WL, same question. You ever been arguing with your lady and you just be like, fuck it, I'm sorry. And you know you weren't wrong.
No. I think that it's important in an argument to separate and each of you have time to think, right? Because in moments of strife, nobody is listening to anybody.
Ooh.
You're going to say something that you probably are going to regret or have to backtrack at some point. And it's not conducive to the proper communication you should have with one another. I literally had somebody in my past that would follow me around during an argument when I'd say, hey, listen, I need to back away from this and think about things to see your point of view and see if I'm wrong. And she would follow me around from room to room. I would try to shut the door. She would bust the door open, and demand that we come to a resolve. I would end up blowing up.
Right.
Like, now you're scared to be around me because I asked you for space. You wouldn't give it to me. So now we've come to this space where I am Incredible Hulk mode.
Yeah, and I got to take my space, I get it.
It's just like, I have to step away. Honestly, I have to step away. I have to take time to look at your perspective. I have to take time to look at myself and see what I did wrong and the things that, I could have done better and whatever. And then I can come to you and be like, hey, listen, I understand how you feel about this because I did this or whatever, but on the same token, I feel this way because you did this, right?
Right.
And communicating in times of peace or just, even keel is key to a relationship. I think nothing gets done when you're yelling at each other, when you're mad at each other, and people have accumulated what I call the silent that silent animosity because you've let
Mm.
it fester.
Yeah.
You've let
Yeah.
it fester until it got to a point where now when you're approaching me, your tone is all off because
Mhm.
you have reached your limit, but you had many opportunities to say something before
Bring
you got
down,
here.
escalated.
That silent resentment kills a lot of relationships,
Mm.
It does.
and it kills a lot of communication between in a relationship. Like, and that's why, like, me and my lady now, we talk about everything. Like, it doesn't matter,
Good.
and we never walk away from each other upset or go to bed upset. We can agree to disagree
Yeah.
all the time, because men are from
And it
Mars and
takes
women are from
maturity.
Venus. Like, I have to tell myself that all the time. We have different ways of communicating, different ways of seeing things, processing, all of that stuff. I don't need to agree with everything that you feel or you believe to love you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I respect, where you're coming from, how you feel about things, and in the same token, I expect the same out of you.
Yeah, you gotta. That's your love language. Our love language, most men, is respect. Because if I don't feel like I'm not a man, but if y'all don't feel like the respect is there, what y'all gonna do with the rest of the relationship? What y'all gonna do with
Exactly. That's when you start shutting down.
it?
That's when you become silent.
Right. So if you had to describe your communication skills with one word, or your way of communicating with one word, your style. Yeah, your communication style. What would that one word be? That's for anybody.
Direct.
What did you say?
He said that
Direct.
Direct. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that was my word as well. Direct. You
I
know.
would have to agree with him.
What about you, Urban?
I would have to agree with him direct.
Direct. Good. Good. And it comes with maturity too sometimes. So
WL.
I would have to third that. Like, we're grown. Why are we beating around the bush for what? Like, if you don't like cream of wheat, or you like cream of wheat with sugar, tell me that so I can walk away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
and grits. I'm sorry, grits. If you like grits with sugar, tell me that so I can walk away from you. Like, let's not.
Let's not play this
It ain't gonna
game.
last. It's not gonna last if you put sugar in your grits.
It's not you break it up over sugar and the grits.
Yes, we are. Yeah. Yes, we are. You ain't southern enough.
Heavy cream, call it a day. Like, put some cheese in that thing. That's it.
Yeah, I'll take a little cheese sometimes, not all the time. Guys, what is a phrase that a woman can say that would immediately irritate you?
Man up.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Yes, indeed. Was that boss that said that?
Excuse me?
Was that boss that said that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. I expected that to come from you.
Urban.
Urban.
I was at drill and a young lady said that all black men are sassy. We couldn't talk no more, that we have nothing else to say.
Mm.
Yeah. She throw that baby out with the
Word
bath.
kill that sassy word kills me as well, and I'm not a
Yo.
man. Why would you ever be referring to a man as sassy?
Right.
Let's stay cross. Let's
All
stay cross. I
we
let
say,
him.
you got a black man at home. I'm like, all right, that's enough of that. We ain't got nothing else to say.
Uh, and she had a black man at home, Urban.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
WL, what about you?
I would definitely have to third that. Like, I find that in arguments a lot of times, when you can't win, a lot of women, and I can't say all women because we don't generalize, but a lot of women attack a man's manhood and try to make him feel small, and thinking that's going to make him retreat. But if a man knows himself and he's confident in himself, that is going to make you rise up, because now, and like Boss was saying earlier, now you're going to make me look at you like you a nigga in the street, like you're attacking my person. You know what I'm saying? You're disrespecting me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's not, and that seems to be the thing, is for, if a man retorts or comes back, you know, and says something, and gets on your level, now he's sassy.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and
Because he's giving you, he's being you to you.
right,
And
because
you
he
can't
didn't,
take that. So now
right,
it's sassy. It wasn't
right, he
sassy
didn't
when you
bow
were
down
saying
and,
it.
you know, yeah, cower in your whatever, like, nah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like how that money gets funky when I got to give it back. Well, I didn't
Ain't
smell
no
that
your
bad when I
funky
gave
ass
it to you.
Take
$25.
your little money, you know, everything is little when it's take your
Yeah.
little money,
Yeah. Little and stank,
Oh
you
my
know? So I
God.
definitely agree with that. Like, why would you ever, as a woman, and this is to our listeners, why would you ever, as a woman, say that about your man? Come at him like that, to belittle him, to demean him, to degrade him. This your man. You picked him. You chose him. You with him. Why would you ever do that to him? Why would you do anything other than build him up,
Love on him.
encourage him, motivate him? You know,
Mm,
that's your
I,
foundation. If it's jacked up, then what are you?
I
Yeah.
am with most women would call a pick me, because I'm not with the emasculation of men. I am not with the blatant disrespect of men. I'm not name calling, and because of those things, and sometimes I align with the grievances that some men have with some women, and for
Same.
that reason, I am considered a pick me, which I'm okay with. But I've taken very, very, very careful account of the men that I've experienced throughout my lifetime, from my granddaddies, my uncles, the men that my aunts subsequently married later in life. I don't speak harshly to black men. Like, if he needs to be held accountable, I can do that. If
Absolutely.
some correction or guidance needed, I can do that. But I don't have to call you a BAN or a PAN to do that.
Not at all.
More flies with honey, or more flies, more bees with honey, then.
Mhm.
And I'm an absolute believer in that, as women in relationships, especially marriages, that we are the neck. And how I speak to you influences the way that your head moves. And I need you to head correctly.
Mhm.
You might be off
Right.
to a good start. You may have it all in the bag, but me nagging, arguing, bitching, complaining, that's not going to help with your head. And I need that head to always be on straight, especially if you got me, if you got my children. I'm off my soapbox. Pick me it. Though. Call me. I'm changing my name next week. It's going to say pick me in that box.
You know something? And the one thing that irritates me, you know, and this is a personal thing, and you know the other fellas may agree, is again, there's nothing like a black woman, right? And a black woman knows exactly how to make you do exactly what she wants you to do. So why would you try the loud, boisterous gangster stuff with me?
Right.
That's not gonna work. That's gonna get a different result, you know. But you know, like you said, you know, talking softly, like, yo, you know, um, I was with you where we was at, but you was on some bullshit. Like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, why you say that? You know, it's all in the presentation.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
need to be at odds with my woman. Just, you know, say, hey, listen, you's on some bullshit.
Not
Okay.
going to speak on a trash can lid. It's just not
Because
going
yeah, because I can read you for filth, not raise my voice, not cuss you out, and not belittle you. but I can read you for feeling. At the same time, I still can have respect for you, even though we are upset with each other. There's a way to talk to me. There's a way for me to talk to you. So, fellas, where does that, how do you personally define respect? And how does communication factor into that?
That's a great question. That's a great question. WL, let's start with you.
So respect to me is, it's a lot of different things. Like it's your communication with me, letting me know things that that I'm doing that is not conducive to our relationship, be it me leaving my coat as soon as I come in the house and throwing it anywhere, and you communicating, hey, listen, this bothers me, you know what I'm saying, like XYZ. It's a lot of communication, and it's also like your interaction with other men, with my family, with if I'm having a bad day, and you're able to understand that and not take personal if I do say something wrong, or if my mood is off, or whatever. Like it's a lot of different things. Like what it really breaks down to is you accepting me sometimes when I'm not at my best, and
Mm.
Right,
understanding that this is not you, something's going on,
right.
let's talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, um,
And
it's,
ladies, that's where you go to school and learn your man. Learn
Yeah.
your man.
Yeah. I mean, the Bible says, deal with your spouse according to knowledge, according to what you know about them. So it's it's important that you get to know the person that you're with, like really know, so you're aware when something is off. Like, this ain't my man. He don't act like this. He don't talk like this. He's not usually. This isn't his demeanor. If you know him. So yeah.
What about you, Urban?
One of the ways I like to express this is don't say anything to me that I might punch another man for.
Oof.
Oh,
I mean, that's simple and to the point. How can you be mad at
You're
it?
only saying it because you know I'm not gonna put hands on you, which
Right.
makes it that much more disrespectful because you're saying it because you feel like there's no consequence to it.
mhm.
The consequence to it, you'd have never said that.
Right.
Right,
So that's
Right.
as I like to
Right.
explain.
Mm.
Don't if you
and
know
Bob,
go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you were still talking.
I was
I'm
saying
sorry.
that if you know me and you know that I lay a dude out for saying that to me, don't say that to me.
Right, right. And you let them know that up front, you know?
Mhm.
Period.
Go ahead, boy.
Bob?
So I think Tasha may know a situation I was in, and I put my hands on the dude.
Oh
And
Jesus.
like he said, I'm not the type of dude that's going to suffer a lot of this BS.
Mhm.
So we have to have conversations, real open conversations, and you have to be empathetic. I can understand a woman's perspective on a lot of things. And I'll give you an example. When my daughter was born, you know, um, if she woke up in the middle of the night, I didn't stay asleep. I got up too to let my daughter's mother know, you're not in this alone, because I know you got to go to work just like I got to go to work. Why would I make it easier on me and let it be harder on you? So
Right.
we had an understanding, like, you get up tonight, I'll get up tomorrow night. I don't got no problem doing dishes, cleaning up, all that. It's a conversation, and a lot of the relationships I'm in, because I'm prior military, I keep house better than a woman sometimes.
I
not
know a
women.
lot of men that keep a house better than a lot of women.
That's funny. That's funny.
So it seemed like that communication taught you something about yourself. And so what would you say communication has taught you about you, boss?
About me,
Yeah,
what has communication taught me about me?
about
Um,
yourself.
I have I have faults, and I I have my bullshit, and it's sometimes, to be absolutely honest, it's hard looking in the mirror. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm,
Wow.
sometimes when you and the thing is, you got to actually love the woman that you with to understand what I'm saying about looking in that mirror. Like, damn, I heard her. That was some bullshit. I could have did better. I could have
Yeah.
said this. I could have retreated. You know, I don't know. It's
like you're still learning,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
basically.
a hell
It's
of a
teaching.
learning curve, and if you stop learning, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
You might as well be dead.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Well be dead.
Urban, what has communication taught you about yourself?
In my mid to early 20s, I was in a relationship with a young lady, and every time she came to tell me about something I was doing wrong, I just wanted to say okay, and we never talk about it again. And I didn't understand what I was doing in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there was always that, and if it went any further than that, I go for a walk. But I never fixed the problem.
Mm-hmm. There was
And
never a resolution.
yeah, and that was my fault. And it
Mm,
wasn't until I got older and more mature, and I was dealing with a woman who was doing the same thing, that I was able to see what I was doing. And by then, my communication style had switched to this is when I became a communicator. This is when I became a talker. I wasn't a talker. Yeah, okay, cool. I ain't gonna do it, and then it was it. Even though like I wasn't. If you was to ask me what I did, I couldn't tell you. You feel me? Now I understand what she was doing, and when I say this is one of the greatest women I've had that I fumbled. Talil, you might know who I'm talking about. We're just gonna say TV, all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and she was a great communicator. She knew things about me. She knew things about who I would be that I didn't know then, didn't even understand then.
damn,
She was like,
y'all
y'all wait till you hit
know.
35, 40, the man you're gonna be. I couldn't see it. And now that I've become that, I understand how to communicate, how to talk, how not to let my emotions get in the way of what needs to be said or what's being said to me, and how not to be combative and just actually listen and
Yeah.
listen to understand rather than
Right.
listen to reply.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Working
Good
on
stuff. Good
and
stuff. WF.
Repeat the question again.
What's one thing that communication has taught you about yourself?
It's probably taught me that without it, I'm not a good person.
Mm.
Because if I don't have to talk, if we don't have to communicate, I can operate just fine. But it draws so much from the relationship with you
I love
because I
y'all.
feel like I can think, I can say whatever I want and not accept what you're telling me or saying to me. Like, this is probably the first relationship that I've been in where the communication has been effective. And I didn't just shut down, after, hearing you blow up on me a million times for something that I've been doing that you had a problem with, but you're just saying something now. Like,
Yeah.
I told my woman, if you have a problem with me wearing mismatched socks, I don't care. I want you to say it. I want you to say it. I want you to let it be
Yeah.
known. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, And on the same token, if I don't like the fact that your bra and your panties don't match, I'm gonna say that shit. Like
I'm gonna tell you. You tell
But
her.
they got an act.
You
we
tell
reached-
her.
I have
Got
reached
to.
that point, but she had to teach me that. Like she had to
Yes.
teach me how to communicate effectively in a relationship and not go to bed mad at each other and not hold grudges and not, pack stuff away to pull out as ammunition later
Yeah.
that I can just slay you with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's so key in relationships, and her and I talk about it all the time, is like, is that something that we appreciate about each other, is that we can communicate about anything, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And
Yeah.
that's your person. Like you're supposed to be able to talk to your person about
Right.
any
exactly,
and
yeah.
Everything.
So
And it
let
goes
me
back to the topic of the show. It's how you say it to him, you know, how you say it to him, when you say it to him, you know.
It's
So,
surprising how many women don't know that, when we're sitting on the couch next to each other and you put your hand on my leg and rub it and say whatever, or you rub my back, you rub the top of my back and say something and say, hey, I wanted to talk to you about this, in a peaceful tone, and we're in a nice setting and there's nothing going on, and we're just watching TV or whatever.
Yes.
How much more susceptible men would be to talking out things, instead of the finger and the raised voices, all of that stuff. Like, listen, if you rub my back the right way, we might go on a trip tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ask, like,
Tonight,
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
exactly what I was saying earlier.
men are very
Exactly.
simple. We are
Y'all
very
are.
simple. Like,
I agree with that.
we want to be communicated to simple. Not to say that, when you guys tell a story and it takes you 45 minutes to get to the point or whatever, like,
Don't do us.
and we're not
Don't do
listening
us.
and we don't enjoy it, but we just want to be communicated with directly. We want to be communicated to effectively and simply.
Yeah.
That's a
So
lot
tell
of.
me, this, WL, since you stepped into this, I want to know from each of you guys, but I want to hear from you because you're already stepping into that. What does emotional safety look like to you in a relationship?
The funny thing is the first time I've ever had it in a relationship, but I feel like I can come to you and say, you know what? I've been looking at myself in the mirror. And when Boss said that earlier, that sometimes it's hard as a man to look into the mirror, you know what I'm saying? And look at yourself and be like, I could have done a million things better, you know what I'm saying? Or said this better or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's me being able to come to you when I'm not my best and tell you that, and you not think differently about me. That's what emotional safety, or saying, hey, listen, I have this. I do this all the time because I do like weddings and I do caterings and stuff like that. I've done it a million times. I know it from soup to nuts. But sometimes I feel like, yo, I can't do I can't do this, right?
Right.
And the only person I feel comfortable going to and saying that is my lady. And she'll look at me like I'm crazy. Like, I've seen you do amazing things, you know what I'm saying? And
Baby, you do this standing on your head.
Boost to remind yourself, like, I'm that nigga. Like, I forgot.
Yeah.
But
man, that put chills on my arm.
I just want to say that his lady is my bestie of about 30, 40 years. Shout out to Cherie. That's my girl. Sorry. Take care of my WL, Cherie. Take care of
Thank
my
you for Sheree. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Sheree.
to that woman.
Urban, what about you? What does emotional safety look like in a relationship for you?
I wish I could say I had his experience, but I haven't.
Oof.
Emotional safety is something that I deal with my own emotions. You know what I'm saying? That, like, the emotional safety I get come from me. Because anytime I ever thought that my emotional safety relied on a woman, I found that I was wrong. So
Hey,
my emotional safety comes from me protecting myself, me protecting my emotions.
so two things, Urban. I am very sorry that has
Yeah.
been your experience with my species. I'm going to apologize on behalf of them. But also, I want to tell you that it's coming. It's
Girl, you took the words right out my mouth.
Yes.
It took me
coming.
45 years to get here.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it ain't safe out here.
He said, "But it ain't safe."
I don't put your emotions online. I keep myself like, look, don't get me wrong, like I'm good. Like, I mean, it's worked out, you know what I'm saying? So, but I just don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of just don't care about a lot of stuff. So it's hard to bother me anyway because nothing, I don't let anything bother me.
Mm.
I don't have bad days. I've had bad days. I ain't like Boss Wayne never had a bad, but these days, man, look, my days either good or long, you know. But my emotional safety comes from me, you know what I'm saying? Me knowing where to put my emotions at, me knowing where I can open up, and me understanding who I'm dealing with and what I'm dealing with. So, but in relationships, is my emotional safety comes from having control of over my emotions.
Boss.
Emotional safety. Um, I've had it to a degree, but it's kind of elusive because these days
Fleeting.
it's kind of hard to figure out who's serious and who's got the mask on. Because I've been in situations where somebody would tell me all the right things and do a bunch of wrong things. You know, and then I remember one time I actually had the conversation and the woman said, well, I knew what to do to get you. You know, I had one female, she told me she had just got out of divorce and she wasn't looking for anything serious. And for me at that time, that was perfect because I was in college and I wanted to make sure to focus on my studies. But then I would always catch her going through my phone. This ain't what we discussed.
Right.
And then other times I get into a situation and when you realize I'm one of those guys where when I realize the situation is wrong, I will move to extricate myself from the situation. So I remember, you know, this girl had went through my phone and started calling my exes. And one of my exes, she's thorough. She said, listen, you're not dealing with the type of dude that you should be doing this with. She said, so my advice would be to put his phone down and act like we had a conversation.
That's a solid bitch. I like her.
Yeah, she's girl, and she's telling the girl keep calling and calling. She said, listen, okay, so she want to do this, wake them up. Wake them up.
Yes, indeed. You should be buying that woman a birthday gift every year.
Yeah, me and her are still good friends. And the next day, I left out for work and everything. So she called me and she told me what happened. You know, after warning her, like, stop what you're doing. You cool. So, you know, I said, listen, this ain't for me.
Right.
You know? And I turned to walk away. I could hear footsteps running up behind me, and she hit me with this.
Oh, Lord.
You know, one of those wooden things you hang the wet clothes on.
A clothesline, the clothes hanger.
One of the clotheslines. You know, so I done found now you got to really be careful because now they won't let you go. You know, so it's difficult out here. It's not just difficult for men. You know,
right. It's not.
The problem is men don't speak about it like women do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna push y'all just a little bit. So I want to know how closely your desire for sex and your need for intimacy are tied to the level of respect and communication you receive from your partner.
Great question.
Can you rephrase that?
Basically, does your desire for sex and intimacy change based on how you're communicating with your lady? Are you one of those ones that will maybe like, I ain't
Talk
mad
to
at
me
the
now.
I'm not mad at the pussy. I might be mad at her, and you can still connect with her on an intimate level, or
No.
once you shut it down, it's all shut down.
No. I'll go first. I'll go first.
Who said I'll go first?
Yeah,
He volunteered.
because this is real easy for me because I said it earlier. There's nothing like a black woman because most black women know exactly how to push your buttons. Just like WL said, if she come in and she start rubbing your back or whatever, most men are gonna go ahead and melt behind it. Even if, listen, if I'm mad at you, I'm probably not gonna be mad after we do what we do. Okay, what you need, baby? Like he said, we going on the trip. What you need?
Okay. Oh
And
God.
that's why it boggles my mind. Why would you even enter into some tough conversation with me like you ready to rumble?
Yeah.
And now you want to come rubbing on my back. Now you want to come rubbing on my back, making it
But
all better.
I'm
listen,
telling you, because from what I know with Urban, he gonna call the police on you.
Go, hey,
Urban is calling the
you
police
got
on
to
you now.
now.
if
Now
somebody
you have to.
They in agreement. They're in agreement that you have to.
if
Now
somebody
you got to be first. And a lot of times that don't even work. Because I was the first to make a call one time. And the cop told me he'd knock my teeth out if I say another word.
Oh wow.
ah,
And the neighbor is sitting there like, yo, you putting handcuffs on the wrong person. You need to be putting them on her.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. Urban, how closely is your desire for sex and your need for intimacy tied to the level of respect and communication you receive from your partner?
yeah, so it's for me. It's different when I'm actually in a relationship because if it's a woman I care about, you know what I'm saying? If we at odds, I want to fix it. Like I want to fix it at all times. Like it ain't nothing we can't fix if we're in a relationship. So you know what I'm saying? Sometimes sex will fix it. You feel me? Like if we, you know what I'm saying? We land in that bed, and I'm mad. She go to rub it on me. I might be like, get off me, man. You know what I'm saying? But she keep rubbing, she gonna get what she want.
I'm a mount. I'm a mount.
Right.
Like a genie in a bottle. Like a genie in a bottle.
I don't. If I'm in a relationship, I don't enjoy being mad at my woman.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not enjoying this. I want to get back on pace to what we're supposed to be in this relationship. So I'm not. I'm not holding on to no grudges. You know what I'm saying? I take about 5 minutes to get over some shit. You feel me?
I
Yeah.
get it.
And I don't want to be mad at you.
I get it. And I think we differ, men and women, in that way, because I've known conflict that will make me the Sahara. Like I don't until it's resolved. All I got is Sahara Desert for you. Now, if you want the
Men in
Sahara,
men in general, we don't gotta like you to have sex with you. You fine, like take it to outside of a relationship. I can dislike you if you look good and knock you down. I don't like her attitude. She got that old nasty attitude, that lace front on her head. But
Be some gangster sex. Be some
the
gangster
lace
sex.
front too.
talking to me at this bar. You feel me?
Yeah.
WL, your desire for sex and intimacy, is it tied to the respect and the communication you receive from your
I
partner?
would say that the level of sex and intimacy that you receive to me is definitely tied to the respect that I get.
Mhm.
Because like you know what I'm saying, like if I'm comfortable with you, if I feel you respect me, then I feel like I can be as nasty as I can fucking be with you and not feel some type of way like, you know what I mean, damn, you know what I mean, like she's an asshole to me, but you know what I mean, I'm giving her everything. Like, no, you know what I'm saying, like,
So basic fuck. If you got an attitude, if your
yes,
attitude,
yep, you will get what I give you and be happy with that shit.
and be happy with it.
You know what I'm
My
saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But listen, if we flying high, everything's good, and we respect each other, and man, listen, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be though. Like,
hold on. Beat it up and be like you brought that shit on yourself.
like that. Like, that's what you get. Now, this is what you get for respecting me. God damn it! Like, this is your fault.
Oh, yeah. All right, so I asked that question because I recently ran into this video on socials. Noah, excuse
Yeah,
me, was doing this video. He was saying how women can go to their girlfriends for hugs or for intimacy that doesn't involve
I
sex,
started.
right? And so he was saying that men will sometimes accept sex when they really need a fucking hug.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah.
found yourselves in that situation, boss? I'll start with you. Have you found yourself in a situation where you've accepted sex when it was something different that you needed? Maybe you needed comfort, maybe you needed a hug, maybe you just needed closeness. But because it was what was offered or what you could get, have you ever taken it in lieu of something else that you may have needed at that time? That's nasty, Nick. That's nasty. Go ahead,
Again,
boss. Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Come on, boss.
again, there's nothing like a black woman. There's times where we mad and she'll say, "Well, I'm taking it," and like, okay, you close your eyes and she slides your boxes off. I'm gonna feel better in the morning. I mean, it's keeping it
Love
funky. But one of the things in every relationship I say is, because I done did a lot of stuff in my life. I generally tell women that I'm in a serious relationship with, listen, we want to do what you want to do 80% of the time, maybe even 85. But during that 15%, if I say no, I'm gonna need you to be happy with the no. There's a reason behind it. You can ask me, but if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. 85% of the time, though, whatever you want to do.
So, do you find that there are times where you just need a hug? And this is like,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And working in the in this field, the mental health field, and some of the stories that I've heard, that's what actually led to me actually exploring having a therapist. You know, being in the mental health field, the drug and alcohol field, you're hearing all these horror stories. There was times where I actually tried checking myself in because there's stories that you can hear and you can't unhear them.
Yep.
Every good therapist has a therapist. Every good therapist has a therapist.
And they tell you that as soon as you enter this field, like community college, they said, listen, one of the first things you need to learn is you all need therapists. You're going to need a therapist, and I don't want to go into the stories and situations that I've been in, but it's traumatizing to hear, I kind of grew up in a bubble. I'm from Mount Airy, back before everybody was up there.
Right.
It, just to hear, yeah, my mother introduced me to crack at 13, or my father introduced me to heroin at 13. It's unfathomable to me. And subsequently, what happened with these individuals, because now they're in my care, it becomes extremely difficult. So to answer your question, is sometimes you just need to lay down in her lap and get a drink, like some days is overwhelming.
Yeah, yeah. I totally get that. Like my son is 24. He's in the Air Force, and I don't get to see him as much as I would like to, but I love when he comes to my house and I'm sitting on the couch, and some days he'll just come and lay on my lap. And I'm like, at first I was like, what would you? And he said, Mom, I just need to rest.
It's the
I
safety.
just need to rest. Yeah.
It's the
And he
safety.
just, and now it's like I be wondering, is he okay? Like, not is he okay, but like I look forward to that now when he
Mm.
comes. And sometimes he'll hug. I go to hug him because we hug every time we see each other. But I go to hug him and he won't let me go. You know, like he just needed that embrace. And even though I got 9 uncles, I was a daddy's girl. I got a bunch of brothers. I have a sister, but she's not in my life. So I got all these men around me. And I kind of tend to mirror them a lot of times in my own dealings with people, thinking about the stuff that I don't need. And one situation where I was on the phone with a girlfriend, and her husband was on his way to my house to bring a ladder or something. And I was telling her, I don't know, maybe I just need a hug or something. I don't know, and I was just talking to her about it. And I guess she must have mentioned it she had to have mentioned it to her husband before he left to come to my house to bring me the ladder. And before he got ready to leave, he went to hug me, and I hugged him back and broke me down like a shotgun. I just fell apart. Didn't realize that was exactly what I needed, was a hug that day. And just melted. I cried like a baby. But I didn't have my brothers. My dad had passed away, and I just didn't realize how much I needed. I had been married for 30 years and was recently divorced. So how much I needed that manly embrace. So these women out here talking about they don't need a man.
They
And
hate
oh,
men.
I need y'all.
Shut y'all dumbasses up.
right.
WL, do you and your bros hug, tell each other that y'all love each other? Like, I know there was this crazy social craze where brothers was calling their homies to say good night.
So we
Y'all,
never told
y'all
each
know
other
that.
good night. But I tell all of my core people, definitely my brothers, my friends who are more than associates, my friends that I consider brothers. I always say I love them before I hang up on the phone with them or after when we go to leave each other, because I never know if I'll see you again.
Yeah, yeah.
And if my actions haven't showed you how I feel about you,
I want to tell you.
I want to tell you so you'll know.
Urban.
That's good, WL.
You calling your homeboys and telling them good night.
Yeah, as a joke. For content, really.
For content.
All right. So I got homeboys. All right. So I got homeboys who I tell and this is the difference between. He was speaking when Boss was speaking earlier. Like, I don't believe that. Me personally, I try not to bring any problem that I got home to my woman. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like she needs to see me strong. I feel like it's something she needs to see. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women don't. Like, I ask women like women say, I want a man that'll cry in front of me, and I'd be like, all right, so how many times can he cry? You know what I'm saying? So if he cried today, can he cry tomorrow?
Yes, he can.
Can he cry the day after that? How many times can he cry before your pussy's dry?
I don't. Okay.
Hold on, because most women facial expression change by the third time he cry.
Oh my God.
And I tell her, like, my woman can cry every day and I'm gonna be there. So the situation is different for men and women. So I tell my homeboys, hey bro, like, I'm your dog. Don't go home crying in front of that woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Allow her to have that superhero because she might need a superhero at home. You know what I'm saying? So if you come by, sit on the couch, I'll politic with you. You can cry if you need to. You feel me? But go home strong. Because
and giving them a safe space. I like that.
Yeah. So they still have it.
When women will tell you, you can cry in front of me, and then you cry, and then your whole relationship is over.
Right.
The whole relationship is over. Now that you've cried, she broke you. You're broken. She don't want you no more. So
and got your sister want to catch flight.
You know what I'm saying? I don't tell dudes to cry in front of their woman. I say, hey, bro, cry over here. Come. I'll buy a 6-pack. I got a bottle of whiskey. You can sit here, you can cry for an hour if you need to, but go home, you know what I'm saying, strong as hell.
What you gonna do while he crying? You gonna give him a pat on the shoulder or?
Look, man, look. Listen, I believe in having a brotherhood amongst men.
Amen.
I believe
Yeah.
in having a brotherhood amongst men. We can go
And
shoot.
y'all need that.
Know what I'm saying? We can hop on this video game. I'll kick your motherfucking ass and call it dude. Know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a reason to cry, goddammit. Listen to me. So,
It's him, Irvin. Can't take him nowhere. Can't take him nowhere.
but
Dress
no,
him up and leave him home.
but go home strong because a lot of women know what I'm saying. I don't I feel like it's just female nature. You feel me? They say they don't want that. In my opinion, this is my opinion. You feel me? They don't want that. They want they man. I've heard it said that they rather see you die on your horse.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm sorry that's been your experience, Marco.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry, Irvin.
This ain't just my experience. I've heard a man
Yeah.
say,
right.
they were at a book signing or whatever, and you know what I'm saying. And the lady she only spoke to women about whatever she was speaking about. And he asked her, why don't you speak to men? And then she was like, I never thought about it. And the conversation went to, well, my daughter and my two daughters and my wife that you just signed those books for, they'd rather see me down my horse.
That's crazy. He out here making moves, trying to make their life better. She want him to die on his horse.
Yeah.
And that has been close to my experience, but I've learned to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I got a problem.
Guess what?
I'm calling my sister.
Guess what, Urban? It's coming.
It's coming, Irvin.
You've never felt something so good.
I'm calling my sister and my mama. I call my brother. I have countless amounts of brothers I can call and cry with.
Okay.
My woman, she gonna get a king when I get home.
Boss, you hugging, you telling you love him, you crying in front of you. You got the master question because all the things now are on you. Are you crying? Are you hugging your brothers? Are you telling them that you love them? What you doing?
No, that's one of the things I need to get better with. And my cousin, who's like a brother to me, he called me out a few times on that. Like we would have a conversation and he's like, yo, man, I love you. And I'd be like, yo, stay up. Stay up. Yeah, I just said I love you. You know,
I heard you.
And you know, like I said, my cousin, he's like my brother. Me and him are close. Me and him are closer than he is with his brothers and I am with mine. And you know, he's one to call, but he's a Virgo too. So he'll just tell me like, yo, you want some bullshit. So sometimes he's talked to women I've dealt with, and he's like, yeah, that's what they be saying about you. You know, sometimes you emotionally unavailable and you need to get yourself together, right? And in my mind, logically, he's absolutely right. But as a man, because, you know, like Urban said, you know, someone wants to see you die. Like the girl said in the Sparta, either win or come back on your shield.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. You know, so a lot of times you'll find yourself trying to figure out what type of woman you actually have. You know,
signs.
And it's a ugly moment when you done figured out, damn, I done cried about the wrong woman because now she talking about, yeah, what your bitch ass gonna do, cry?
Yeah. Y'all are doing, ladies, give these men space and grace. Like Superman, even Superman takes his suit off.
Yes.
He does.
Yes.
Man, goddamn it.
That is crazy. Y'all, I appreciate each of y'all being here, and I really enjoyed this conversation. Yeah, we've got to move into a segment that we like to call Ash or Pass. So what we do here is we give a statement. You can explain your answer if you want to, but we're not looking for an explanation. Just ask if you agree or if that's something that you want, or pass it if you're not in agreement with it. Like, no, that shit ain't never gonna happen. Y'all, y'all gonna play with us?
Let's play.
Let's play.
All
Let's go.
right, so I'm gonna start it off. So, ask your past. Tone matters more than words. I'm asking that.
Ash.
Oh, pass.
Mm.
Ash.
My
Mm.
reason is get your ass up, go to the bank, and get that $100,000, and go get that goddamn thing you wanted to get, and get the fuck out of my face. Does it matter how I said it?
I got
You see me on the
Put
computer.
a motherfucking please on that shit.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that, Irvin. I can't argue with that.
You said you want the car, right? God damn, shit.
Yeah.
Are you
So,
happy now? Damn.
Damn, Gina.
wow. So, ask your past. Men are expected to tolerate disrespect. I'm gonna pass that.
Ash.
Pass.
Did you say Ash Boss?
Yeah, that's the expectation.
Ooh, ooh, okay.
Silence is healthier than arguing. Pass.
Cool. What was the question again?
Silence is healthier than arguing. Okay. I'm passing.
Pass it. I'm gonna pass on that too.
WL.
WL?
I got the ash on that because sometimes sometimes silence is golden, I swear to God.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
You're right. All right.
I'm gonna say
Love.
Ash.
You gonna say Ash? Boss?
Yes, Ash.
Okay.
Because I can say some diabolical shit.
To end this shit, for real.
I believe it, boss. I believe it.
But somebody said a great person once said nothing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
One
asking.
said nothing at all.
I got to say in too, and I tell a lot of people, always once taught me, sometimes, I said, sometimes it's better to hurry up and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. You're right.
Cannot.
Love can survive poor communication. Ash or pass?
Mm.
Pass.
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 I ain't been
Pass.
playing. I'm gonna pass that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Pass it.
All right, Tasha. I'm sorry. Rhythm.
Sex can fix emotional distance. Ash or pass.
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 Exactly. Respect increases attraction.
Ash.
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 Pass.
You said
Men-
sex increases.
Respect. Respect increases.
Respect.
Ash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men shut down because they don't care.
Pass.
Pass.
Pass. That's a lie.
Directness always equals honesty.
Pass. That
Pass.
doesn't mean it.
Pass.
Pass.
Yeah, the lie.
Yeah, you can be direct with some
You are
bullshit.
directly wrong. Directly lying your ass off.
Real though.
Emotional safety increases intimacy.
Mm.
Ash.
Ash.
Ash, definitely.
Ash. Criticism strength. I'm
I
sorry.
just remember what the saying was. Never miss out on the opportunity to shut the fuck up. That's
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
There you go. There you go.
Full
That's
circle.
always an option. That's always an option. Criticism strengthens relationships.
Pass.
I'm gonna ask that.
I'm
Constructive.
gonna ash that as well.
Constructive. Okay.
Ash.
Constructive.
Ash. Pass.
Some
Ash.
things said or criticized for you to be better. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It could be constructive criticism.
Constructive.
Men need reassurance too. Ash.
Ash.
Y'all so great. Y'all are
Somebody say pass.
Nope.
no,
Oh,
everybody. Y'all are
and,
so great.
and
Living up to
lastly,
y'all potential, and I
I'm
appreciate
sorry.
it. Sorry, go ahead.
How someone talks to you affects how you love them. How
Ash.
someone talks to you affects how you love them.
Ash.
Ash.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You gotta
And
talk to me nice.
talk to me nice.
Gotta
Yeah.
talk to me nice.
Craziness. I thank you all for playing it with us.
Thank
This
you.
part,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna start with you, Urban, because I know you got shit going on. If one of our viewers listened to your voice today and resonated with something that you said, where can they find you socially if they want to follow you or check you out?
All right, so I mean, it ain't gonna be on this topic because I mean, my topic on YouTube is firearms. I'm a firearm instructor. So if you want to learn about guns and everyday carry stuff like knives and wallets and stuff like that, you can find me on Urban Tactical Reviews on YouTube.
Nice, very nice. WL, I know you just took a major step in your career and you got stuff going on. If somebody wants to find you or if they resonated with something that you said, where can they find you?
So you can find me on Instagram at Wayne Leon Catering. I'm sorry, Wayne Leon Caterers.
Perfect.
And then I also have a website in case you want to check me out and book me for your event. If you're tired of these wannabe caterers and food making people that suck, because
If you
everybody's a
pick a
chef
lamb chop,
nowadays.
if you pick a lamb chop,
www.wayneleoncaterers.com.
Absolutely. And I will tell you guys because I've had his food and it just does so much in your mouth and on your palate. When I go home, I look forward to chefing it up with. Yeah, boss, don't start your shit. Don't
All
start your
right,
shit.
boss up there, cut down.
Um, that's
I
for
do
my
I do
soul
need to
every
get to
time I go
Texas
home.
for some barbecue though. I will say that.
Bring your own sides. That's what I'll tell you. Bring your own side.
Damn, bring my
They
own
gon-
size though.
they gonna try to pencil bean you to death.
Damn.
Barbecue is tendernism, pure
Right.
tendernism.
Yeah.
But they gonna
I,
try to pencil bean
I
you to
did
death.
have some suspect baked beans when I was there. I was in the Austin airport
See,
and
you
I went
should
to Austin barbecue or something like that, and the beans was not beaning at all. Like
yeah, yeah.
it
bring
was
your own
not.
side.
But that
BYO.
brisket though,
Yeah.
I slapped three people. I'm telling you.
Boss, if something you said today resonated with one of our viewers, where can they find the Wolf of Wakanda?
You know where to find me on Facebook, acting up. And I have I have the Facebook personality, but when it comes to serious conversations, I could be inboxed on Facebook. Um, I'm not sure who's here from Philly, but recently the mayor opened up a new facility out the Northeast, and I was tapped to be involved in that. Uh,
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You
you
got
know,
this.
when my boss came to me about going out there, I thought it was a great thing until I got there, and now I got 99 residents, and now I wonder if she even likes me.
And now I don't even know if she like I don't even know if she likes me.
Yeah, but yeah,
Well,
Facebook,
what's your name on Facebook?
Barry Mean Lord Jefferson.
Barry Beam Lord Jefferson.
Mean Lord Jefferson.
We're gonna look you up. So I have an exciting announcement. I also do another podcast, the Enlightened Idiot podcast, and we are back in the studio as of next Saturday night, our first episode of season. I don't even know what season this is. I'll find out later and let you guys know next week. But Enlightened Idiots is back next Saturday, January 10th. Yes, is the date, 9 p.m. Central Time. That is a live show. So y'all come tap in, fuck with us. It's gonna be a wild season. I can see it already. I can see it already. Are you the smartest dummy or the most dinge genius in your friend group? Yeah, us too. That's why you'll fit right in with the Enlightened Idiot podcast, live every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. We're talking bold takes on sex, mental health, current events, and all the stuff you forget you care about until somebody says it out loud. So slide through, kick back, and get your dose of real talk from the hostess.
The Leaf Affair Cigar. Get it at the Leaf Affair Cigar Shop in Killeen and Salado, Texas, or online at leafaffair.com.
The ash is settled, but this is where the truth sharpens. No long explanations, no safe answers, just honesty. This is After the Ash.
Ooh. All right. Respect or affection, which comes first for you?
Respect.
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 Loud arguments or silent tension?
Ooh,
Loud arguments. I'm
well,
sorry.
neither one of
Loud
those.
If you had to
But I'll
choose
argue with
a
you.
loud argument,
Silent attention to get you kicked out.
I know that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apology or changed behavior?
Change behavior.
Change the behavior.
Can't be
Don't
one.
talk to me to death.
Can't be one without the other. Emotional intimacy or physical intimacy?
Emotional intimacy leads to physical intimacy.
Okay, you need them both. He won them both.
I do too. I
Absolutely.
was them both too.
After conflict, do you guys need space or reassurance?
It depends on what the situation was. Because sometimes I may need space.
Mm.
I need reassurance that we good, that we not gonna walk away from each other feeling some type of way.
Mm.
Right.
Can sex exist without intimacy?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
We do it all the time. That's what I heard. We do it all the time.
Yes.
Get on my nerves. Can intimacy exist without sex?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm glad you yes for a 2 for 2. Urban, I like that. One word. Oh, y'all, take your time with it. Y'all can slow roll this one if y'all need to. One word that makes you feel safe.
One word.
One word.
Respect.
What'd you say, Urban?
Condom.
Yeah,
What's
that is
that?
condom, girl. Condom.
Girl,
Lifestyle.
Get on my nerves so bad.
Magnum.
Magnum.
Get on my nerves
That's
so
his
bad.
safe
what's a
word.
magnet?
That's his safe word. Boss. One word that makes you feel safe.
That's all it is. Wow.
And one word. Us.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
At the end of the
I like
day, you know, argument or not, is us.
I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
You
And
know, you can
finally,
go ahead and sleep on the couch, but it's us.
I sleep on
I
the couch.
remember, I remember a female said, "Listen, don't even think about going and staying somewhere else. If you mad, you can be mad on the couch,
That's it. That's
room,
it. Because where you going? Where
because
you
it's
So
going?
us.
where you going? Right.
It's
Yeah,
us.
hell yeah.
Period."
And lastly, one word that instantly puts you on the defense.
Liar.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta pick one.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Just one.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm gonna go with liar too because I'm old school and if I give my word or if I even say it, that's what it is.
Yeah,
That's
take it to
fine. That's
take it to
fine.
And anybody who's encountered me and I say, you got my word on that, you know, you'll be searching for the rest of your life for somebody to say I didn't keep my word.
oh shit. Shit. Urban.
I'm gonna go ahead and third that. I'm gonna go ahead and third that
Okay.
because I believe I had a homegirl I was talking to or whatever, and she said something, and I was like, her way of saying it was like kind of like on some manipulative shit. I say, as much as you talk to me, have I ever told you something that made you feel good? I say, because I tell you the truth, and it never feels good.
Mm.
What you know about me, I never just say shit that makes you feel good.
Mm.
I ain't lying to you.
Craziness, craziness. So thank you guys for engaging in our After the Ash. I will tell y'all that communication isn't just about speaking, it's about creating safety. The way you talk to someone teaches them how safe it is to love you. Respect doesn't make relationships boring, it makes them sustainable. And intimacy doesn't grow where people feel attacked. Choose your words like they matter, because they do. Until next time, keep your conversations intentional, your tone mindful, and your influence protected. Thank you guys for joining us. We out of here.
Bye. Thank you guys. Love y'all.
Thank you.